Hello again, my friends. So let's take a look at what we're going to talk about. This is something that kind of came up last week, but as I have observed the way time passes, it's going to be something we are going to talk about a few times because I do think it's an important point for us all to think about and keep firmly in the front of our minds as we move forward. We are seeing a trend in the media in which their go-to deflection, much like original Gamergate OG, that this is about sexism, that this is about men hating women in gaming, blah, 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 that video game characters are over-sexualized, that men only like these video game characters because they're hot, etc., etc. And we need to make sure we handle this false narrative the way it should be handled, which is to ignore it. Because trying to fight against these people, trying to engage these people and convince them that you're not sexist isn't going to work. It's not. They don't care about facts. They don't care about reality. It's not about anything other than the fact that they know if they use these words, it invokes an emotional reaction, and they can then distract from the actual point, what we actually want. We want good games, good stories, and characters that go with them. That's what we want. Grums has a tweet on this where he points out this writer for Wired, and the thing is it's not a new strategy. They are baiting you on purpose, but this is not a new strategy. This is the same strategy they went with last time, and we need to be smarter than that this time. We need to not fall into those traps. I know it's so tempting. I know it feels good when you can say, ha ha ha, I'm not a sexist, and then watch their game fail. But let's face it, that hasn't been working, and we need to not let that narrative overwhelm the actual facts. We need to make sure that we state loudly at every turn, and we don't need to say it, no, I'm not a sexist, I just want. If they say you're sexist, you say, I want good games, good gameplay, and characters to go with it. That's what you want. You don't care about the sexism because the sexism isn't real. We need to keep focused on the games. As he says, this is their playbook. They hate the fact that we are winning versus DEI. They want to move the issues from the games. They want to bait you to try to draw out examples of harassment, and they will absolutely publish hit piece articles and tar the whole movement. Every time you engage them on these, you're just making it harder for us to win this battle. And he's right. We want to completely ignore them. They're narcissists. They want attention and traffic. We are the people who give it to them. The people that they think are their audience don't give them the attention. We are the ones who go and see that stuff. We are the ones who buy these things, and we are the ones who look at this stuff. We have to starve them out. It is one of the hardest things to do, but it is absolutely something we have to do. Here is an example. Here you are. You have Megan, whose last name I'm not going to try to say. The same Gamergate obsessed, washed up dev repeatedly go after female reporters he doesn't like is pathetic. Their relevance is all this guy has to cling to, and truly, what kind of weenie shit is that? Let's face it. The reason Grums has relevance is because he is a game developer. He has put himself in a place that is relevant. Speaking about somebody is not harassment. Speaking about their actions is not harassment. That is something that we have to keep in mind, that they want to prey on emotion. Their emotion is their biggest piece of leverage in this situation. So we cannot allow them to manipulate not just our emotions, because this isn't necessarily just about how we are feeling. We are in many ways battling a public relations battle. This is a public relations war in some ways, because if you are attacking somebody and a normie sees it, they're not going to understand. They're not. We are each the representatives of this. While, I am fiercely individualistic, so I can't demand anybody do anything, and I never would. But I do ask that people think about what they do before they do it. Think about what you're saying before you're saying it. Think about who you're spending your time and attention on. Are you spending your time and attention on these weirdos who want us to feel that we are doing the wrong things because we're sexist? Or are you spending your time on the people who are demonstrating that they are trying to give you what you want? And which one you pick is which one you'll get. And that goes all the way through gaming. Whatever you pick is what you will get. Where you spend your time, where you spend your attention, where you spend your money is what you will get. It is just a basic rule in life. For those of you who don't know the account Rothmus, I enjoy him because he has many, many great memes. Now, this one is in fact about racism as opposed to sexism that says every time you try to convince someone that you're not racist, they win. The argument is over and they have beaten you because you are now a dancing monkey begging for their approval and understanding. Stop letting their words have power over you. And that goes for sexism. That goes for whatever istphobe thing they want to call you. Because whenever they are using those words, they are trying to make you dance to their tune. They are trying to distract you from the actual point that we are trying to make. And that's the whole point of this video. Hold the line, guys. That's really what I'm trying to say. Hold the line and focus on the games. Focus on what we really want and don't focus on these secondary points or non-existent points that they are going to throw at you to try to distract you because they don't want, they can't fight against the actual complaints we have. They have no actual way to fight against our real stances. They just can't. And the only way they can win is to try to put us into a fight that they know they can win because you bring up certain things and people get emotional. But that's our job. That's each one of us as an individual's job to try to combat. Anyway, I hope you all are having a great time. I'm probably having a great time in Vegas. And I'll catch y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Take care of yourselves.